I'm not a mathematical person. Matter of fact, I saw a t-shirt I really liked. It says something like this: 4 out of 3 people have problems with math. That'd be me. If you enjoy numbers and math and measurements, then this episode you're going to really enjoy. You'll be intrigued by some of the things we're going to talk about in this weaving process of this spider. So, hey, let's get going and find out some more information about this feather-legged spider that makes some very interesting web that we call hackling or heckled silk web. Let's go! Michigan day, 42 degrees. That's pretty nice. Sun shines out. And we got about 5 or 6 inches of snow on the ground as of yesterday anyway. Thought this might be a good place to film my introduction for episode 5 on this feather-legged spider. Hey, take a walk with me and I'll fill you in what we'll be doing. Well, let's see. On this feather-legged spider, we should have the name down by now, and that's Uloborus. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you'll bore us at all. I think I'm enjoying this feather-legged spider because it's so packed in a small package with so many unusual and unique things that I've been really enjoying this spider. Now, that is the overall family title, of course, and the name of the actual spider is glomosus. And nice name long name for a little tiny spider. But let me tell you a little more about what's going on today. I'm going to head down towards the creek, though. Hold on. I don't want to slip here, so I'll pick you up in just a second. Don't go away. Well, my little hike through the woods is taking me down to the creek or stream. It's flowing pretty nicely because of all the snow we had and some melting going on. I thought I had best head upstream where the rushing water is not as noisy. I'd like to recap what we've been talking about regarding this feather-legged spider. First of all, we discovered that this spider does not have any venom or venom glands. We've also found out that this spider does not make a orb web with any sticky material. And then just last time we discovered how this orb weaver uses something called hackling to make a unique web that catches its prey without being sticky. Today we're going to delve in a little bit deeper. We're going to be looking at the anatomy of this spider, more about its body makeup and the design that's very unique to do what it does. As we delve into the anatomy of this feather-legged spider, we're going to be dealing with 3 terms in particular: calamastrum, cribellum, and metatarsus. These cribellate spiders have a special spinning organ that is called the cribellum. These feather-legged that we've been looking at have this very unique leg structure, almost like a machinery that weaves a very fascinating web. The cribellum, working with the calamastrum, is the unit that makes up this special weaving function. And then there comes into play the 4th leg pair, the hind legs of this spider, in which we find the calamastrum. And the calamastrum is a very unique part of this leg. It is there's 7, well, let's say there's 7 leg segments on a spider. And if you go from the end where the little claw toe is, the next segment up, if you go in one more segment, you come to the metatarsus. Okay, we're going to go through and look at each one of these terms and describe them in more detail. And to do that, I'm going to start with some drawing of some pictures for you. So hey, let's go to my drawing board and take a look at some of these things so we know what we're looking at as we talk about the terminology. Let's go. It's on the metatarsus, the upper part of this leg, that we find this unique comb. And this comb is full of interesting bristles that curve one way, and one side is serrated and the other side smooth. And it works just like a very interesting comb that you might use to comb your own hair. Well, the spider uses that in conjunction with the cribellum to do this unique weaving and intermixing of various different strands of silk to produce this, like we talked about last time, hackled webbing. I'm a visual learner. Maybe some of you out there are visual learners as well. I do better learning that way than just trying to understand it in my brain by numbers or figures or reading something. I got to see it to help. So I brought in this big tube here, and we're going to pretend that this big tube is one strand of human hair. One strand of human hair, okay? So that means I've been really shrunk down in size, and this is our strand of human hair. Now, I want to help you with this so you get a better idea for those of us who have problems with numbers. Some of you may not. I do, and maybe there's others. We're going to look at what is this nanometer measurement, because it's important to understand something about this spider and its spider webbing. Okay? A nanometer is, in the metric system, 1/billionth of a meter. We all know what a meter is, but a nanometer is 1/billionth of a meter. All right, that's pretty interesting. Now, here's my point. Here's our strand of human hair. The average diameter, measurement across in width, would be 60,000 nanometers for one strand of human hair. All right, got that? 60,000 nanometers for one strand of human hair. Now, the thickness or width of this spider's cribellate web is only 10 to 20 nanometers. 10 to 20 nanometers. Now, here's how to see it visually, because it's the only way I can get my arms around this thing in my mind. So you take the one strand of the webbing of the spider, and that would be 10 to 20 nanometers. That means you can put within this human hair, if it was hollow, 4,000 of these spiders' little webs. That's right, 4,000. Well, the only thing I could show you that would be anything visual would be, let me see if I can find something here. Well, the closest we can come would be some thread probably, but actually the actual fiber strand of one strand of this spider's webbing is so tiny you need an electron microscope to even see them. So this spider's web, one strand, is very, very tiny, even when compared to the huge human hair. Wow. I hope that helps you get a grasp around it like it did me. Otherwise, it's just numbers. All right, let's go talk about some more of the anatomy of this spider. The next area of this spider's anatomy we're going to discuss is the cribellum. I'd like to begin with just a little quick review about a spider and its spinnerets. The spinnerets are the organs on the tail end of the spider from which it produces its silk web strands. Here's the spinnerets on an average spider. Every spider has 6 spinnerets, and some are different shapes and sizes based on the spider and its species. These spinnerets can produce up to, in most spiders, at least 7 different kinds of silk webbing. The cribellate spider, the spider that makes the special hackled webbing, has a unique organ that is something like a sieve, kind of like this. You know, you might dump your spaghetti in there to get all the water off. It looks like a plate, so to speak, with lots of holes in it. And that's what this cribellum is like. The term cribellum literally means a little sieve. And in biology terminology, that's an interesting mouthful, this cribellum is a anatomical structure with little tiny holes in the plate that makes up the cribellum. The plate itself is made up of chitin. You can research that on your own if you care to go deeper. In this species of cribellate spiders that have this cribellum, this organ that spins unique web structures, it is made up of plates of hundreds of thousands of little spigots, like you turn on a water faucet. These minute little spigots that produce the webbing is so very fine, it can only be measured in tenths of nanometers. In other words, as we've seen earlier, very, very tiny web strands. I want us to take a little closer look of, again, we've looked at the spider before. I want you to see this machinery-like production that it does. And you have to think of it this way. This spider has some unique program in its brain that allows it to do this mechanical motion that is very, very quick, very, very precise. It's taking the threads of web that come out of the spinnerets, combining them with the fine particle strands of fibers that come out of the cribellum, and knitting them together in a weaving motion that is fascinating to watch. And most of us can only see it under special photography that allows us to see what's happening. It appears to me that the spider uses one of those hind legs, and the one that it's going to use with the feathered comb, that's what it pulls across rapidly, viciously across the cribellum to pull out those fibers, and then mixes them with the webbing that comes out of the spinnerets. I don't know for sure, but if you watch carefully, the spider that's doing this process of weaving, it will change legs. Maybe because that rapid motion, which they understand is controlled by hydraulics in the legs, maybe one leg gets a little bit tired of that rapid motion continually, and so it switches legs. So the other leg with its comb comes in, and they reverse the process. Anyway, it's all very interesting to see, and this is the only spider that does this. which makes this spider, I think, so very unique. And that's all we're going to do today. When we come back, as if there were more to share about this spider, what more could you share? Well, I want to come back and share with you next time something that's very electrifying. You see, there's more to it, how this spider captures its prey, than just a fibered web. Come on back and we'll see what that is. Hey, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day. Take care now.